if somebody was to come to you and say, I have 40 years of experience and I'm going to give it to you all here, and it's going to take us 8 weeks, and everything I know that got me unstuck, got me out of depression, got me out of whatever, panic attacks, got me out of my there's so many places that we could be, but I'm going to give it to you right now here in 8 weeks or 12 weeks, and at the end of it, you're finally going to be in that place where it's like you can just move forward and actually release the shame, the guilt of actually just going for what you want, right? What would that be worth? And so we have to start to shift our paradigm around money. And I did a whole other training, dealing with our money blocks, because the reason why it's so hard for most of us to, the main reason for us, why it's so hard for us to charge, is because we have, again, unconscious shame. So do you see there's so many layers, but yet at the same time, if we continue to step into our highest potential, utilize a practice that we already have, continue to take our own medicine, as my teacher Gita Narkani always says, take our own medicine, right? Do what you need to do to get into spirit, because spirit is always going to be the one that's going to tell you your highest potential, right? Your ego's going to be like, what? No, And also, when you're in a coaching program like ours, we continue to remind you. That's exactly what I did to my friend, and that's exactly what I did to my coaches, where it's like, no, you told me what you wanted, and it's crystal clear. This is what you want. So I'm going to hold you accountable. You just show you. It's like a mirror. That right. This is your potential, and the reason why it's scary is because we've never been there, right? But then how do things get created? It gets created because we have this idea and we have this dream and we see the highest potential. So then the practice after that is continuing to choose it, and choose it from that place of joy, choose it from that place of fun. That's why I talk about, I just did a little story just before this of how I make these lives fun for me, because what else is the point? I'm not going to do it because, I have to make money and I have to convince people to work with me, and I just have to do it because that's what everyone else is doing. It's so unsustainable, right? To do it from that place. I'm just so desperate to just get my first thing going. And so your longevity is going to come from that place where it's like, I get to do this. And that's when kind of magic starts to happen, right? I don't have a lot of people in these lives, but, just the last month, we had a 5-figure month. I'm not, I'll take it, I'll receive it, right? And it's not, I didn't do it to get to that place. We're doing this because what is marketing in the end? It's just this constant conversation with yourself, and then you're sharing it with other people, your own insights and your own revelation. You're sharing your experience with your own, what you've experienced, and I teach our clients how to do this in a structured way. You're sharing what you've learned with your clients. You're just basically giving people facts and telling them a story of how what you do has been impacting your life and how it's changed other people's life, because it has, right? And then you're telling them and you can have this too, and this is the program that I've created. And all you're doing, it's kind of like, when people go around with hors d'oeuvres and they're like, do you want the shrimp pate or not? And you just there's no shame around it. It's just it's shrimp pate. One person might be like, no, I don't eat, I'm vegetarian. And some people are like, yes, great, I love seafood because blah, 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 right? And there's just no energy anymore. It's just, I know what I'm here to do. You can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong being a soul experiencing a human experience. There's no wrong path. And so until we can kind of get allow ourselves, not even get, but allow ourselves to receive that truth. And we will receive it, and we do receive it every time we teach, every time we're in our own practice. We remember it. And so giving ourselves permission to expand in that, to allow ourselves to have abundance, right? Because what happens when we're abundant? We show up, your best self, that pure self, that when you were younger, you're like, here I am, right? And no matter if somebody's going to tease you or bully you or whatever you perceive is going to happen to you, you're still going to come in with your love. It's kind of like if you had a lot of friends and some friends disappointed you. So all of a sudden you're going to take that experience from that friend and you're going to be like, now all my actual real good friends, I'm going to just treat them with that kind of way where like, oh, they hurt me. Instead of just being with your friends and like, yay, celebrating, right? It's kind of what I want for you guys in your business, where it's like, here it is, and I'm here because I love it. I'm creating this not because I need to be more worthy, not because I have to be enough or perfect or capable, or I need to belong to some tribe, or what is the last false identity? I need to be significant. I am simply doing it because I love it. And what happens when you literally expand what your heart's desire is? You expand your world, and everything and everyone around you starts to resonate in that reality. And that's a really interesting thing about our reality. We can take just a little step into the past, into the worst case scenario, and we can also just take a little step into just buying the friggin' brick for your house. Just doing the next obvious thing.